KNX Home Server controls KNX with the help of devices. Devices are real equipment, for example a relay or a lamp, connection to which is set in i3 KNX. After setting, i3 KNX app creates a ready control widget. You can see these widgets on the screen now. This is what control of devices looks like in a user interface. Adding KNX devices is the second step in the Start setup. It is better to add devices in i3 KNX launched on Windows. Import of ETS file is available there for you not to write group addresses manually. You can skip this step and set devices later on in the config. To see a list of available devices, click Add KNX device. Let's add a dimmer as an example. First, I'll enter the name of the device. This name is displayed by default on a widget in a control interface. All devices are set in the same way. Actions available for the devices are chosen on the left. On the right, there is the address and its subtype for this action. For a dimmer, you can write addresses for turning on and turning off, and for absolute and relative dimming. Or you can take them from the imported table of ETS file. Let's do it. Click Import Group Addresses from ETS and choose a required file. Data can be sorted by address, name and subtype. You can also use the search button. The input table is available till closing the app. If you want to continue setting next time, you'll have to import ETS file again. Let's choose the right address. I click on it in the table. A symbol appears next to the address. It means that the address is connected with the device. By default, when a right address is chosen, the same address appears in reading. If it is different in your case, click on the read address and enter the required address. The same setting is done for absolute dimming. Here you can see an additional setting, range. If you set an address here, a level with a slider will appear on the widget. If you set the right address and step in relative dimming, there will appear buttons on the widget, and when these buttons are pressed, the value will increase or decrease by the set step. Buttons to control actions appear on widgets only when their group addresses are set. That's why, if you do not want to use some buttons, go to Address and delete it manually. Then click Next and choose a room where to place devices. The device is added to the list. Let's add another device to the project in the same way. It will be a relay. Click on plus, choose a device and enter its name. This relay in our example will turn on RGB light. Choose the write and the read addresses for the relay. Additionally, values to turn on and turn off can be inverted. Click Next. Now let's add a color picker. The most important thing here is to write the write and read addresses for red, green and blue. The other addresses can be set depending on your wish or the capabilities of a device. If the write and read addresses are set, it will add a switch to the widget. But we have already realized that with the help of a relay. If you set the addresses for the white color, it will add a brightness scale to the widget. Now let's add climate control. Now I'll set addresses for turning on and turning off and the set temperature. The other addresses can be set depending on your wish or the capabilities of a device. Next, I'll add a digital display. Values can be displayed with its help. For example, humidity or temperature in the room. I will set now display of the current temperature. Let's choose the read address. Now let's choose how many digits after the point will be displayed on the widget. And the last setting is measurement unit. And in conclusion, I'll speak about adding blinds or Venetian blinds to the project. Addresses are set individually here. You can use a short press or a long press on the widget to control blinds. Or you can set a definite position. The status of blinds can also be set. If you set Venetian blinds, you can set the plate angle. If you do not want to add a device to a room now, click Ready without choosing a room. It can be done later. To the right of the list of devices, you can see the main settings of a selected device. The first setting shows if the device is active. Be careful with this setting. If the device is inactive, it disappears from routines, macros, and rooms. When the device is made active again, it will have to be added to macros, routines, and rooms again. The next setting is device name. You can see it in the list of devices. The next setting is type. The type and subtype of some devices can be changed. For example, it can be changed for a dimmer. At the moment, it influences only the icon, but in the future, it will be used in smart scenes. The icon is displayed on a widget in the user interface. The location setting means a room where you placed the device. Information is a field where you can make some notes about the device. Next goes a block with address settings that you have already made. Click on the required parameter to get into its settings. The next block is Device Widget. Here you can change the name that will be displayed on the widget. Now the widget is unavailable. It will become available when I finish setting and upload the configuration to the server. To delete the device, click the Delete button at the bottom.